U.S. government monitoring right now a suspected Chinese surveillance balloon hovering over the northern continental U.S. Unbalanced host Leland Vittert joins me now with more on this breaking news. Leland, we were just saying this is not what we expected.
Not on anybody's February bingo card was a Chinese spy balloon. Fascinating where this is, right, which is over Montana right now. Everyone says, why Montana? Well, Wyoming next door, and then also next door in North Dakota, key U.S. strategic bases for the Air Force, both in terms of bombers and key U.S. bases for missiles, for ICBMs. The timing is not a coincidence here. Secretary Blinken is supposed to go over to China to attempt to kind of have some type of reset with Xi Jinping and with Chinese leadership. At the same time, you have U.S. military bases going up in the Philippines. That was just announced today. So the Chinese are answering. Fascinating also that we're allowing this to continue to fly and haven't shot it down yet.
Well, exactly. As I was reading about this, apparently they've known that it's been here for the past few days. This didn't just appear today.
No, and they likely been tracking this since it came over the Aleutian Islands, right? And we also don't know, and they haven't said whether this is the first time this has ever happened before. So there's a lot of questions. There's also a lot of questions about what they're not saying and not offering. They said they've taken measures to make sure that no intel is compromised. How do you do that if you don't know what the capabilities of these balloons already are?
Exactly.
Are we doing the same thing to the Chinese? The questions continue. I think what's fascinating is that we've been doing a lot of stories on this. I know you've been covering in North Dakota. The Chinese tried to put up that huge grain elevator right next to the air base. I believe it was in Grand Forks, North Dakota. That's one of the bases that would be in the flight line of this balloon that the Chinese have sent over.
Well, one thing that really, I guess, perplexes me, Leland, if we've known about this, if we may have known that the Chinese have tried to do this before, why are they now telling us? Why are they telling the American public that this is happening?
Great question. Maybe it's not to tell the American public. Maybe it's to tell the Chinese. We know, you now know that we know that you know. And look, Secretary Blinken's headed over. You had the Secretary of Defense down in the Philippines getting new leases for U.S. bases to encircle
China on the South China
Sea.
Like you said, the timing of all of this.
So the timing of this is significant. And look, if you're the Chinese and you think you're getting all of this great intel, and all of a sudden the United States comes out and says, oh, no, we've known about this for a few days, it's a little bit of a thumb in the eye, right? And by the way, we're so confident and we care so little about your spy balloon, we're just going to let it fly over because we don't want it to bother. So there's a lot of messages being sent here.
And how do you protect against sensitive information being detected? As you said, I mean, how can
you...
Well,
and you don't know what the capabilities of this balloon are, at least we assume they don't know. You move planes, you put planes into hangars. You all of a sudden change your radio protocols, whatever it is that they think. And look, there's also ways you can blind these things. You can blind them with lasers. And it's important to note, there's treaties covering space, right? When satellites fly over the United States from Russia or China, the treaties say you can't touch those. You can't use offensive lasers. That's an act of war to take something out of space. But if a foreign military has flown an object over your airspace, not in space, 90,000 feet, is higher than commercial airliners, 3 times as high as commercial airliners, but it is not in space, the U.S. has every right to blow that out of the sky.
Well, that was my next question. I mean, how likely do you think that is to happen?
Well, so far they've said they haven't taken it down. Now, why tell the Chinese that we know that it's there and not take it out of the sky? We've gone through those iterations. I think what's most interesting about it, we have where Billings is, Billings, Montana. We don't know where in Montana exactly this balloon is or how also it's being propelled. Or if it has its own propulsion system, it's kind of like a blimp. But I think what's interesting about this is the timing and how the U.S. seems so laissez-faire about it and what message is trying to be sent to the Chinese about that. And then what this means for U.S. spying on China. We know that there's been a number of altercations in the South China Sea between U.S. aircraft and Chinese aircraft. Whether the U.S. is trying to just sort of go like this to Xi Jinping and embarrass the Chinese a little bit may have something to do with what we're seeing.
Well, it's one of those things, too, where I think, as just regular Americans hear this, and it is concerning. It certainly doesn't seem like it's something normal when this is something between governments. But here, it's just the average Americans that could potentially be impacted by this.